sir. Start பண்ணலாம் sir.
So in the previous sessions, we have seen how a very important factor like nucleophilicity and electrophilicity of any molecule can be calculated. And in that way, if you come to probably the fourth semester, next semester, you have a question in which you have to answer Koopman's theorem. Koopman's theorem suggests that the vertical ionization energy is approximated to negative value of orbital energy. It's just a sign, and that is very useful in estimating the HOMO-LUMO values as ionization potential and electron affinity values. So let me show how this is done with the Koopman's theorem. Here it is. So it says that vertical ionization energy, and that is Koopman's theorem. Vertical ionization energy is approximated with minus of orbital energy. So we have seen this molecular orbitals, MO in the ground state, and this is another molecular orbital in the excited state. Okay, and the energy that you require for excitation here from this to this. Let me take it as, for example, delta E equal to 10 kilocalories. Okay, this is the vertical means, you have S0 and this is S1. That is the direct energy of removing an electron. What happens is, in some cases, due to some electronic effects, inductive effects, the electron can be removed very easily. So if you have Na giving us Na plus, it's very easier one, because Na plus gets a very stable configuration. But if you have to remove exclusively one electron from the last orbit, and that is also not T1. T1 means I think the triplet excited state. If you have seen the Jablonski diagram, T1 will be like this, and the excitation will be. This is not vertical. This is not vertical. The vertical ionization energy is direct removal of an electron from the last shell, okay, of any atom, without the influence of any effects such as minus A effect, electronegative effect, or plus A effect, or plus R effect, or Neissersson effect, mesomeric effect. We have seen so many effects. Without the involvement of these effects, if you directly remove an electron, it's called as the vertical ionization energy. And that vertical ionization energy is equal to the orbital energy of the particular orbital. So how do you calculate this? We have the eigenvalues from orbitals when you do the computational optimization. Right? So that values they are taking, and that has become very useful, and that is how we do the Koopman's approximation and apply them to so many things. Okay, so here we are going to see the 7 steps, very important steps, and these 7 steps will teach you how to compute using how to use computers for your the computational works and optimization of geometry and all those further harnessing of the data. Okay, and the first step is you have to go to this acdlabs.com and get this software. Okay, this chapter, there is a help section there. You can see a lot of topics there. In this help section, you have been able to calculate log P, and you have converted the structures into smiles, and Inchai format. Okay, and you have even converted 2D into 3D formats. Here you can draw the structure, and after drawing the structure, you can click over this. There are so many options there, tool, templates, and this is. One by one, you can explore them. Explore one by one, and you can calculate so many values, so many parameters. Okay, these parameters can also be the molecular descriptors. Molecular descriptors. Descriptors is one which describes the property of the molecule. So you can draw, edit 2D structures, name, and save as mol file. This is what we have done in the previous practical sessions using that. Okay, so that is the step one. And step two is you can import this mol files. Here you have the mol files there. This one. You can use this software. The link I am giving here is a very useful software. It's very free software. You can see a lot of options there. It's called as Discovery Studio Visualizer Pro, and it is free to students only. Free for students only, not even me. Okay, I get it as PhD student, and also there is some option for educational institutions. But this Discovery Studio Pro has got so many capabilities which are very marvelous. You will wonder how people can have a knowledge of chemistry as well as software if you look at this. So this is the link there. Go to this link and 3dsbiovia.com resource center downloads and download this and import these mol files that you generated. The mol file that you generated there, you can import it here and save the files as PDB or XYZ and image files, JPG format, JPG format, Junior Picture Experts Group format. PDB protein database, XYZ coordinates, you'll see three types of coordinates, unique coordinates, Cartesian coordinates, and polar coordinates. So I have explained all the coordinates. And you can convert this as a PDB is a very useful term. This is step two. First is ACD Labs and second one is the BioVia. Okay. Coming to the third step, you have to download Mopac. Mopac is free only again for educational purpose. For education, it is free. So you can always have a mail. You can register using your mail ID and get the Mopac. Now you have a download section here. Download the Mopac and follow the installation instructions. If you need any help, you can always contact me. But the thing is, if you miss one single step there, it will be very difficult for you to. Now, this Mopac was developed by a indigenous lab from NASA, and therefore it's a very standard software. One of the labs, one of the space lab. You see how space lab is having some chemistry research also. Okay, this is one thing to wonder. What is the chemistry has to do with the space lab? It is all about the materials, light materials, optical property materials, magnetic property materials. So you can just download the Mopac in the download field, the restriction and installation the Mopac in the PC is to be done. I have printed the manual. Okay. Then download WinMoStar. This is another step 4, which can make you. I think we have seen the WinMoStar also. Again, this is also only for students. You see so many offers for the students which I am not getting. Therefore, it's the right time for you to get the students. So it is the link there. The English import PDB here. That XYZ you did and optimization you did here using Mopac. After optimization, it will be saved as ARC file and .out file. You can import the DAT or MOP file here itself in the Mopac, and you can see the structure. Also, you can see the HOMO LUMO. You can see that HOMO has got 2 electrons there and LUMO is empty. Okay. In a huge molecule, the gap between these two is what is called as the band gap. It's a very good material. You can calculate the band gap, and this it is very below 5 electron volts, and it's a very good semiconductor. Upon heating, it conducts electricity and serves as a very good semiconductor. Okay, so you can see the electrostatic potential also, and finally you can see the point group analysis. So you have been studying the point group theory in physical chemistry for the past 2 semesters. There it clearly explains the groups there. So you can see this, and your molecule which you input, can be assigned some point groups. Therefore, it becomes very easier for you to analyze using that. Okay. Now in the fifth part, now this is something very a bit tough. Up to this 4 steps you can be thinking with it. Now there is one system called as the PC GAMES. This GAMES I have already explained. General atomic and molecular electronic system. General atomic and molecular electronic system is what stands for the GAMES. This is also sometimes free of cost. Electronic structure system. General atomic electronic structure system. Okay, download PC GAMES here and use the MOPAC optimized geometry from ARC file and save it as ENB file to be exported to run General atomic molecular electronic structure system. There will be a lot of things there. Here you can see the manual there and tutorial there. Tutorial is very good, easy. You can do step by step. It's about Firefly. It's the name given to, usually GAMES was developed by one US scientist, James name is there. But one person from Russia, Alex Stewart, he has converted it into something called as the PC GAMES, and this is very, very fast. Calculations are very fast. The GAMES calculations, it calculates all the electronic structure system, prints out all the orbitals, prints out all the electrostatic potential, gives you the Mulliken potential and Newton charges and natural bond orbital charges. The natural bond orbital is one of the widely used charges there. NBO, it is called as a NBO. It's called as NBO. NBO population and NBO charges are very useful in estimating the electronic distribution, and these are very useful for estimating what we call as the valence level electrons as well as Rydberg level. I think I told you about the Rydberg. Rydberg level is belonging to the something excited or virtual level. So there, if you have some population, you can suggest that the molecule is getting easily excited into the excited state, and it has got fluorescent and phosphorescent. But if you don't find any molecule, any electron there in the Rydberg state, it's very tough to excite them, and therefore it doesn't have any optical property like fluorescent or the phosphorescent property. Okay, so this will be a bit tough one, but anyway, keep in mind if you want to do them, we just go to these steps. Then this is step 6 in which you can download files from college. I have used very widely this Spatio steps. Spatio is a very free software. It can visualize the orbitals there. Now the beauty of this is you can control the parameters here. What are the parameters? You can give charge +1 or -1. I think you can collect the cation anion calculation in the previous Cookie function. Cation anion calculations, it is very useful. So you can give cation anion charts, you can give restricted artifact equation, and this is the number of cycles it is calculating. It is, you don't bother about that. But you can see that if you change charge, multiplicity needs to be changed. Multiplicity is the triplet, singlet, doublet, you can give that. Okay. What you can do is you can do optimization, you can do energy calculation, and you can do Hessian. Hessian calculation, it gives you the all IR frequency. IR spectra ಹೋಗ ತೇವೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ IR frequency ಎಲ್ಲ imaginary frequency ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡುವ all frequencies it will compile using this steps of optimize. Okay, here you can run and you can check, and these are some other steps that is there. You can see that this is the basis set that we have seen as in the MOPAC as reparameterization model, and RM3, DM3, and DFT, all those things are there. Then there is Huckel's approximation also, non-Huckel approximation, Slater orbital determination, so many things, quantum chemical things you can control here. Everything you control, the program runs and gives you the output. Gives the output. Okay, you can always many outputs from this, from those calculations. Okay, so this is one of the best visualization for finding out the molecular orbitals. And molecular orbitals now. Mol plug allergy source code here you see, MacMol plot. This is available for visualizing the, here you can see the optimized geometry. And here you can see the, what is that, the energies. Energy graph, IR graph. Okay, so these are the 7 steps you can go over and calculate the properties. So here is the charge is given there. You can see that the charges are directly given on each atom. Each atom is having different charges, and you can directly see them there. And that option of displaying the charges is available in the software themselves. Okay, charges are on atoms and molecules are ill-defined. Okay, there is no proper definition for charges. Some people define charges as direct distribution of electrons. Some people like Pauling, they take diagonal Pauling scale of electronegativity using diagonal relationship and all those things. And the value depends on so many definitions. These are the charges that are there. These programs can calculate. So far, you have seen only one type of charge. Millikan charge is by definition taken. You have Millikan charges, Laudin charges, Gastigan charges, natural population analysis, Hitchfield charges, charges fit to electrostatic potential known as NVSP charges, atoms in molecules, Self-G charges, Nernst-Coleman charges. Okay, this is widely used by the biochemists. The biochemist people use it, and it is applicable for peptides. Very, very accurately it calculates. And chemist people use these two, plus the MESP. We need to calculate the charges and the chemist people. Some people use Nernst-Coleman as the electrostatic potential charges. Sometimes where you use the protein with amino acids, Gastigan charges are very useful. Some people calculate Hirschfeld charges. So you can see that so many charges are there. Why we have so many charges means, one particular charge is not able to give satisfactory explanation for certain behavior. So they have defined several charges and have supported their concept, and therefore the names are being given. These are some of the charges there. Okay, in the last part of that this session, you will see the rationale, the reason for the QSAR strikes. In the drug design, in vitro means, it is glass. In vitro means glass means lab. Potency addresses only part of the need. A successful drug must also be able to reach its target in the body while still active. In vivo means the body. In vivo activity assessment comes with many factors, including these things you have to write: reactivity of the drug, solubility in water, LACP, ability to pass the blood-brain barrier, osmosis, like osmosis, its non-reactivity and non-target molecules. This is about toxicity, and it encounters on the way to the target and some of the other factors. This has to be. This is the basis of the QSR study. The QSR correlates measurable or calculable physical and molecular properties to some biological activity in terms of the equation. Definition. You have to write where it is asked in the exams. Once a valid QSR read equation, this is the equation, valid Q equation has been determined, it should be possible to predict the biological activity of related drug candidates before they are put through expensive and time-consuming biological testing. Humans, before it is brought to human beings, it should be tested in equation, it should be tested in the lab. In some cases, only computed values need to be known to make an assessment. Okay, that is the rationale behind the QSR. What is the history of the QSR? This is also a part you will need to write when there is a question about the QSR. The first calculation of QSR is attributed to Hans in 1969, who developed an equation that related biological activity to certain electronic characteristics and the hydrophobicity of a set of structures. He took the log 1 by C concentration in equal to K1 log P, K2 log P square, K3 sigma, K4. I think you will understand this some part in the Hammett-Taft equation. This is closely the same thing, Hammett-Taft equation. C concentration, I think I told you about IC50, inhibitor concentration 50, amount of a milligram of concentration chemical required to inhibit the infection. In the last session, we have seen how we put it in the bacterial dish, right? What is the concentration that is required to kill bacteria? Simple. That is called as the MIC, minimum inhibitory concentration. That C is what is being given there, equal to log P. P is the partition coefficient which you have done in your third BSc experiments, and sigma is Hammett substitution constant there. There it is. Kx is the constant derived from regression analysis. I'll tell you what regression analysis is later. But in MPhil, if you have to, MPhil is there only for the next year. If you're doing MPhil, in which you'll have the regression analysis. It is just like a kind of percentage estimation based on deviation, standard deviation, mean deviation, like that. Okay. So statistical part of knowledge is also very important. In the Hans approach for the QSAR, an important aspect, if they ask you in a part B question, what is the Hans approach or what is the rationale behind QSAR? Log P is a measure of drugs hydrophobicity, hydrophobic water hating, which is selected as a measure of its ability to pass through the cell membranes. The log P or log P octanol water value reflects the relative stability of the drug. Of the drug in the value reflects the relative solubility in the presenting lipid bilayer of the cell membrane, the water. This is another definition you have to remember. Log P values will be measured experimentally, and more commonly it can be calculated. That is the Hans approach. Look at how the log P value is calculated on the aromatic ring to be about 0.780. To the hydrogen, it is about 1.589. To the carbon, Br bond, it is about minus 1.20. One alkyl C equal to 0.195. You add all this sum of these things and you will get the so this is 2.924. This is calculated log P there. You can see this, and that is summation. We call it as the summation. Some use more complicated algorithms, including factors such as the dipole moment, molecular size, and the shape of the In the Hank's approach, the Hammett substitution constant reflects intrinsic activity and electronic factors caused by array substituents. In chemical reactions, aromatic ring substituents can alter the rate of the reaction by up to 6 orders in the magnitude. For example, if the rate of the reaction below is 10 power 5 times slower than when X equal to NO2 than when X equal to CH3. I think it is, I'll just draw it here. So here is the X C5 C. So it's methylation CH3. So you get OCH3 here. Okay, when X equal to this X equal to NO2 and X equal to CH3, the reaction goes by about 6 orders of magnitude. That is, if the X equal to NO2 is there, the reaction rate is about 10 times. Okay, if X equal to CH3, the reaction is equal to 6 times means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So much times. You can see the magnitude is increasing. So this kind of things which you have seen in the kinetics is very useful. And that is the rationale behind the QSTR. So what usually is done is X equal to, some people take spectrochemical series. In which X equal to Cn as a first thing, and then X equal to CO, and then X equal to OH, and then X equal to O, and X equal to O2, and then X equal to NO, X equal to NO2, and S2, S2, F, Cl, Br. Okay, so many derivatives you can take. After taking this, find out the right, that is log P. So if you find out this rate from the information, you can get இதெல்லாம் ஒருமுறை செஞ்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என்ன வரும் அப்படின்னா information on reactivity. Hammett equation la இந்த reactivity வந்து rho log k by k0 equal to sigma rho அப்படின்னு காட்டுறோம். Hammett equation என்ன இருக்கா? Hammett of equation la the k வந்து for experiment, this k0 is standard, this sigma is a reaction constant, and this rho are the substituent effect. In the substituent, substitution change ஆக எப்படி பண்ணலாம் சொல்லி உங்களுக்கு இந்த 3 வேல்யூ கிடைச்சா போதும். 1 2 3 வேல்யூஸ் கிடைச்சா போதும். சிக்மா ஈஸியா கால்குலேட் பண்ணலாம். சிக்மா கால்குலேட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு what type of molecule will behave in which manner அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுக்கு ஈஸியா இருக்கும். Okay, so this is done by the use of the kinetics, and this is done by the use of the Hammett equation. Remember, whenever you see in the organic chemistry in the Jerry Marsh book, you have got the Hammett equation. Don't ignore it. We ignored it in our times, but I am finding very usefulness of this Hammett equation. In our last session of the drug discovery, I am showing you certain examples of how certain descriptive parameters are there that can tell you to evaluate the reactivity pattern of a certain class of the molecules. Okay, what our students usually do in PhD is take up certain drugs. For example, one student from pharmaceutical industry came up with a particular protein called as the ornithine. I think I told you about this. Ornithine is an anti-cancer drug. It's a hair remover. It's a protein found in the hair remover cream. From this, he developed so many derivatives, and these derivatives were tested, and they are found to have anti-cancer effect. Anti-cancer effect. Therefore, the kind of this thing, the QSR is very useful. So I'm finding some interest in you. You can please proceed with your survey, and you can install all the 4 different softwares that I have given.